Yeah, hello and welcome to my website. This is a short video clip on my newest creation, which is ta-da-da, an X-Wing fighter of Star Wars. And not just any X-Wing fighter of Star Wars, this is the Red 2 X-Wing fighter flown by Wedge Antilles and was originally built as Blue 1 and later converted into Red 2. So this is the ultimate conversion of the fine molds model kit in 48 scale, which is not correct. It's more of 49 and a little bit scale. If you calculate the original kit parts that were used on the studio model. Nevertheless, the Fine Molds kit is a very great kit, but it is more based on the huge X-Wing model, which was never actually seen on the movies. So, and what I had in mind is to give it the exact look of the X-Wings that were seen on the attack of the Death Star as in A New Hope. So, there was a lot of work to do. Especially when building a Red 2 model, which is a lot different from Red 1, Red 3, Red 5. And here in this model, for the first time, we got 3D printed parts. Me and my good friend Chris were always trying to replicate the kit parts that were used on the studio models as good as possible in any scale. So what Chris did for me is to reproduce all the kit parts exactly in a 3D model program, and then we had these parts printed out. And yeah, that's a really interesting thing, and I'm gonna show you a few details now. Yeah, first things first, here are a few impressions on my Red 2 model, and as you will notice, I altered a lot of things to the Fine Molds model kit. Not only the wings, but the engines, the whole fuselage, the cockpit frame, and the droid strip, the engine nozzles, the back plate. And here's what I did to the upper fuselage. I created a wooden frame, if you like. Looks a little bit crappy, but works perfectly. And here is the kit part, the upper fuselage, out of the box, which is really thin in a way. And here is a modified version. I don't know if the camera catches it, but as you can see here, it doesn't work. So what I did is I used a hairdryer and heated it up carefully, of course, and when it's done, it fits, and you can see here it's a way better match. And to the lower fuselage, here is my prototype for the Red 5, which is not finished yet, of course. Yeah, but I'll come to that later in a few weeks, I think. This prototype fuselage is built from scratch. I'll have these vacuum formed, I think, in 1mm styrene or something less, I don't know yet. For my Red 2, as you can see here, I just modified the kit part lower fuselage, made it a little bit deeper and corrected the shape, of course. And all in all, the result looks okay. Yeah, and here we got the so-called droid strip, where the R2 unit sits in place here on the X-Wing fighter. And as you can see here, this one is a little bit shorter, and the all-in-all detail isn't that clear and that exact compared to the original kit parts that were used on the ILM studio models. So, and this is the 3D printed part on basis of this amazing 3D model. Here's a render by Chris, as you can see, and this is exactly the model we used for a 3D print. Yeah, and here are the engine nozzles. The Fine Molds kit part and our 3D printed counterpart. Note that the diameter is a little bit bigger on this one. The detail is exact. You can see the heatsink part in here. And here for Red 2 is the Phantom nozzle, engine nozzle as used on the Revell Phantom kit. And this is just to give you an idea of the air intakes of the engines. The Saturn V parts here, the upper and the lower, compared to the kit parts of fine molds. Yeah, and a lot of work and research went into the back plate. This is our so-called standard back plate. There were different back plates on almost each of the Hero X-Wing fighters. Of course, this is just the prototype, so it's still missing the cover here. But what you can see here is that it's bigger than the fine molds part and much more accurate. And finally, some shots on my finished Red 2 model. The markings here are painted on, and some of the decals are custom printed. Here is the new droid strip. Note all the detail here. And one view from ahead, just to show you the uniqueness of the Red 2 nose, which is laid back in position and also has a completely different shape than the nose cones of the other Hero X-Wings, which were all in all different as well, but this is a very unique one. And the laser cannons, I had to cut them to shorten them because they were too long and too big. And here the scratch built canopy frame. I decided to go for the Hero style cockpit, and from this angle you can easily spot the bigger backplate and also the new engine nozzles which we created. That's it for today already. I hope I was able to give you some inspiration what you can do to make this great model kit even look more screen accurate. And if you want to go for an A New Hope so-called Hero X-Wing, this could be the way to go for you. So check us on the internet, which is www.rockvoice.de, or our new website with my good friend Chris, Model Forces, where we focus on all this 3D printed parts and all CGI models to improve all the kits out there. So see you next time, and till then, a happy 2012. Bye.